Okay, so I'm inside the Italian Forum, and there's no one here because there was because Patrick actually said to me, "Oh, I don't want to drink the coffee at the water place." So he insisted that we come round to Piggy Lane, but of course the workmen were in full force in Piggy Lane, and he said, "Oh, it's going to be too noisy in Piggy Lane," but of course I couldn't film that because he was not up for that at the time. And but I sort of said, "Oh, we just cross the road to the Forum then. This is the Italian Forum," because I said there's bound to be one seat left where we can sit, which there is, right outside this library here, which of course has been closed now for quite a while because of total lockdown. But there is the one seat. But look, this is what they have done. They actually put all this up here. You know, I'm going to try to show it and to make some sort of point about the reality that they had already... So there's just this one seat left outside the library here which has been closed. And that's where we sat and had the coffee, which is actually quite private. Although, when I pointed this seat out many months ago, just before the lockdown started, and actually it was actually lockdown. No, it was lockdown, and I suggested we come here because we weren't supposed to be sitting there. And it was night time, and there were people piling past, even though it was lockdown, you know, with these false work people, when there was no work being done, and it was like 10 o'clock at night. You know, and this place actually closes. You can't come in here at 11 o'clock. It used to be open till 1 there again, and in fact, little old me used to actually often come down in here at 3 o'clock in the morning even to use the facility, shall we say, because there was one that was left open. But actually, you know, you weren't supposed to, but they do have like surveillance cameras. You know, a security man, but usually he probably went and had a sleep after about 1 o'clock, so most of the time I wasn't. But all I'm saying is that in recent times they've gradually closed this down to where you can't come in here now after 11 o'clock because, you know, because I have such funny hours to where I can get up at any time of the night or day depending on what time slot my circumstances or body operates under. You know, so therefore I will come and, you know, but I'm getting sidetracked here. But either way, my point is that even this place, which used to be because actually it has an entrance at the front, which I'm not sure if I can actually show this. Patrick said that I shouldn't be filming this because it's total lockdown and you're not supposed to be standing around, you know, doing nothing, even though most people are doing that. See, what's this fellow? There's a fellow lurking in there. And yet what I'm going to try to show you is that this is like a kind of, they call it the Italian Forum because it's like a piazza. But he says I shouldn't be filming it because I'll get into trouble. But why? Because I'm at, you know, okay, so I'm not supposed to be standing still, but there's only a few workmen in here. And as you can see, there's no one here, but even though you will see people walking through. If I'm here, you will see people walking through this, despite the fact that everything is closed, and actually in recent times, there has been almost all of the shops that used to be under here, like around here, apart from this old library. And, you know, apart from, you know, a library. But, of course, you would say, well, who was that walked past? Well, that's an interesting thing too, because when Patrick and me were sitting here many months ago, just when the total lockdown, or the beginnings of the total lockdown started, it wasn't full lockdown, but it was like, I forget now because I didn't keep track of it, but because you know, unless it gets quite serious, I don't get told, because otherwise I'll complain too much, evidently. Why shouldn't I complain when I can't do what I've been doing for a lifetime? But the reason that one come out of this thing here is because that's another excuse. They say that is some sort of health club. See how it says health club up there? The Italian Forum Health Club. And they say that's for the residents with all these units that are around the Italian Forum. But that's matrix stuff. Everything is matrix stuff. I can't emphasise that enough. That's just so that there's always an excuse. So if we sit there on that seat, and I'll tell you, the people were piling past when it was total lockdown and 10, 11 at night, which means that the place is closed. And, you know, they weren't supposed to be doing any work or anything, yet we had people walking past, moving chairs and making a racket too, noisy, so that you're disturbed. But this is all, jeez, I just need to concentrate, forget about, I don't know why I deviate onto so many personal things, but it might be of an interest to one. I say one because, you know, if you're making a video and if someone, like it's different to if you're talking to just one person where you can ramble, but I've always done that a bit, but now I'm doing it excessively because, but either way, look at what they've done. See, all this used to be open, and of course it will supposedly only be temporary, but there's all these temporary things now, all this work going on. Almost in every spot where we go. But don't forget, me and Patrick would bring the coffee in here, into the Italian Forum. See how from the minute, over the last few months, they've put all this up, look, all this scaffolding everywhere. They're pretending to do painting. Well, they actually will do painting. That's another, you know, they actually will. But they've got the scaffolding almost everywhere. Instead of just doing it like little piece by piece, they've got it everywhere, so that way we can't sit in here, you see. Not that it would matter, because they know that it wouldn't matter to us that there's nothing open, because I bring the coffee from the 7-Eleven, you see, across the road into here. And they used to have seats, and they still have got seats, but I'll try to show you. All I'm trying to show is that they're fencing everything off, closing everything to where, so that me and Patrick, sorry about that, I'm blocking the screen there, so that me and Patrick can't come in here and have the coffee. Because we would even sit in here having the coffee if it was like, say, 10 o'clock at night. You know, because you could sit up the top there where they had tables, and then I'd just go home, you know, or get some groceries on the way home. You can't do that, of course. I'm not doing that now either. But this is the Italian Forum, okay? See how they've got it fenced off everywhere. Now, there's no reason that they should fence it off here, but they have. Is it coming out? But gee, there you go, Sean. A clear sky today. I'm just going to show you another clear sky. See if I can get that sun. It is almost over my head and blazing. I can't look at it. Look at that. And I will have to be careful, because actually I am actually illegal by standing here and just filming the Italian Forum, which actually this, I suppose, should have been a tourist attraction in a funny kind of way. When they first built it, a fair while ago now, it wasn't here when I first come to Leichhardt, but they built it a few years later. See, they're doing their so-called painting there. The only good thing I can say is that they haven't got an orange or a green jacket on, which is unusual. But, there is a green one over there though, but that won't come out. They're actually, yeah. But you see how they've got the tables and chairs there where you can sit in the main? That's like a I think you'd call that an Italian piazza. It's modelled on like the Italian, you see, because it's the Italian ballroom. Because Italy used to be, Leichhardt was originally called Little Italy. That was even before I came. Now, why is that man sitting there when he's not supposed to be? He's a matron's person. See how he's just sitting there watching them? Because no one would be sitting on these steps now because it's total lockdown. You're not supposed to. Look, it's all closed off. But he is one of the matrons. Now, all I'm saying, see there's the fallen in there, but you can't sit in there now, see? See this is all, is it coming out? I can't see. It's all barricaded. The seat's over there too, and the fountain used to be working in the centre, but the fountain, they did turn it off because I rather liked the fountain going. But Patrick and me used to sit just up there often too because they had proper tables and chairs and I'm just going to make a point here too. Leichhardt Public Library, see, because the library's just over there. But see how it's all fenced off, everything's fenced off. I only got through that little opening there, but it's all fenced off. And see, they've got tables up there too. That's where we'd normally sit, on one of those tables. But they've took all the chairs away, so you can't sit there. Because you're not supposed to see anyway at the moment. But what I'm trying to see how it's all fenced off. Anyway, it should be all bright when they paint it. But at the rate he's going, they're going to be a long time with all this stuff around here, painting all this. Why are all these people here? See, look, there's 1, 2, 4. Why are they sitting there? He's doing his shoelaces up. They do like to do their shoelaces up. And they also like to touch their head. I'm not sure why they do that. I don't know how that works, but I've just observed it over 4 years and 8 months. But I don't take much notice of it, to be honest. But it looks like as though they signal or something. But I don't know why they would when they're all... But maybe they do. I don't know. I know that they take the human thought and download it so they know what you're thinking, but I'm not entirely sure how it works with every single person. I can hardly film it. I've got to be quiet too because I might be able to hear what I'm saying. I don't know how loud I am because I've got the Blu-Tack in my ears, so I better... See, what are those people coming out over there for? So you see yourself, it's all fenced off. They can't even walk through properly. They can walk through there. You can still walk from the back entrance, Balmain Road, through, up those steps, or up that, I usually go up the little ramp here, up to the top. And then you can go out onto the main street of Leichhardt, just through there. But as you can see, originally this was kind of built. I don't know if I'm filming this right because I'm very nervous at first. Watching me, well, he can't criticise me if he's sitting there. So, Patrick said that I'll be in trouble for doing this. He said, don't do it. But see, just film it. Let's just say that I'm filming before and after when they do the painting of the Italian wall. What was the point I was going to make? Is that coming out? Oh, the sun is in my eyes. But either way, as you can see, I'm getting out of here. But as you can see, there's people up there, over there. Why are they